Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna. Thank you, Chanting Prabhu, very useful, Lila, and the team. So today we get to ask Shavakya to sing Vishnu thanks for us.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. We can do better than that. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
On behalf of the Lila Namahata and the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, founded by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, a very warm welcome to one and all. Thank you very much for joining us on this beautiful Friday evening. Is there anybody seated here that's here for the first time or perhaps even for the second time? Please raise your hands. Wow, we have quite a few new people here today. Let's give them a round of applause. A very warm welcome to you all. Thank you for coming, and we look forward to seeing you all at our future Namahata programs as well. It is my honor and privilege in introducing our speaker for this evening. His Grace Smita Krishna Prabhu. A huge round of applause to him. Prabhu has lovingly served in ISKCON for over 3 decades. Prabhu is a disciple of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami. Prabhu is also a course developer, a spiritual teacher, and outreach coordinator. His contributions to the Bhaktivedanta College of Culture and Education is invaluable. He's a mentor to so many devotees, young and old. And I'm sure many of us that know Prabhu, we know how inspiring and motivating he is to our Krishna consciousness. Out of his spiritual pursuits, Prabhu is known as Dr. S. Ramson, and he's been a respectable lecturer at UKZN and is currently lecturing at Varsity College in School of Education. And Prabhu serves as a guiding light to all of us in our Krishna consciousness. So I would like to welcome Prabhu. Thank you for coming. Thank you for making time to being here with us at our Namaste Namahata. And just before I hand over to Prabhu, thank you to Ravindra Swarup Prabhu and Chanson Prabhu. Thank you so much for that lovely kirtan. Let's give them a round of applause. And also thank you to Shama Priya for singing the Shrigadevna. And hand over to Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for your kind invitation to this very wonderful Namahata, this most vibrant Namahata we've got. And with, I've always seen in my previous visits and Madhurya Bhakti's Facebook posts, this place, this Namahata is always very, very full and active. So we know Mahaprasad Prabhu is a stalwart here in the community, developing this Namahata and caring for so many people and engaging everybody in food for life. distributing the mercy to so many people. As we drove in, there were some youngsters walking the road and they're always shouting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Mahaprasad Prabhu's Mahaprasad. God has brought them. Is that for me? Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Saj Prabhu. Thank you so much. Beautiful garland, thank you. So, I also is happy to hear Shama Priya singing, as to the youngsters. Are there any chairs that are like empty closer? Those one in the back can come in a little bit more. Give us your close association. If you're comfortable there, it's fine. So thank Mahaprasad Prabhu and Madhuri Bhaktimanji for transforming their home into a temple, making such wonderful arrangements. Even now you got the heaters going and everything. So thank you. Besides the Namahata leadership here, they're also a very, very wonderful Grihastha couple example, because both of them are serving Krishna so nicely together. They have Jagannath Baladev Subhadra on the altar, and Shri Shri Nitai Gaura Hari. Do they have names? Shri Shri Nitai Gaura Hari. And yes, so this is a very good example for everybody. While we're singing, I want to give out some of these song copies and then I'll explain what we're going to do today. Thank you. Maybe two people shouting. Let the youngsters. Just a few more, just in case you can give me back the extras. Thank you for that. Can I have cards on the screen? Thank you. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Shri Shri Radha Radhanath ki, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Shri Shri Tai Gaur Hari ki, Hari Nam Sankirtan ki, Jagat Guru Shila Prabhupada ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. So, there are one of the persons of Karma, students in my class, Natasha, is here, and then Jimmy and family have come with me all the way from Kawai's Hill, from that side. So, I'm glad you're with us. And thank you very much to Beshwari Manji for introducing me. So what I'll do, I'll just outline what we'd like to do today. So given that the Kartik month starts soon, on the 17th of October until the 15th of November, and given that you do your Namahatas alternative weeks, so it means you won't have a class next Friday. I mean, it could happen if you wanted, but generally that's the pattern. So then we thought that this week let's talk about a little bit about Kartik and prepare our consciousness for entering into this period. Right? So in the course of that discussion, I'll also mention a few other things, given that we are in an auspicious period, astrologically and culturally, that there's lots of prayers and pujas going on in the community right now and have been for the last few weeks. So we could also speak about that and how it fits in and where does Krishna consciousness fit in all of that. Alright? So I want to read a verse from, what I've done is given you some copy, and we'll analyze some of those verses and the words just to get an idea of Kartik. So we'd like to understand the position of Krishna, position of Yashoda Mai, Srimati Radharani, and the devotee's position in all of this. Alright? Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswati vyasa tato jaye udhiraye nasta praeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavat sevaya bhagavati utamashloke bhakti bhavati naistati. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya.
Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya.
Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya.
Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya.
So we're going to read from a scripture called Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the commentary by the author of Bhagavad Puran. Bhagavad Puran is spoken by Sri Vyasadeva. And Sri Vyasadeva, having spoken that, was not, well, he had compiled the Vedic literatures and he was not quite satisfied with himself. He felt something very empty. So his spiritual master, who knows who he was? Narada Muni appeared on the scene and then instructed him that you have compiled all of these Vedic literatures, so many aspects, but you did not emphasize the bhakti aspect, the devotional aspect. So his commentary then on Bhagavad Puran is Srimad Bhagavatam. the cream of the Vedic literatures, just as cream floats on the top of milk. So this is Nigama kalpadaro ganitam phalam sukha mukha amrita dravya. So the speaker of the Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami, is imploring everybody, please come to taste the nectar of this Srimad Bhagavatam. All of you who are thoughtful men and women, mankind, all of those, please come and hear and taste the nectar which is emanating from the mouth. So this is actually Vyasadeva imploring everybody, which is emanating from the mouth of Sukadeva. Just like when a parrot tastes the ripe mango, the mango becomes sweeter. So similarly, the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is already very sweet, having been touched by the lips of Sukadeva, and now even more relishable. So he's imploring you, please come and listen. And this Bhagavatam is beyond all mundane and materialistic ideas. Dharma projita kaitava atra paramani maksharanam satam. So it is beyond all mundane literature. Projita, cheating. It is beyond cheating religion. Projita kaitava, cheating. And who is it understood by? Nirmat sharanam satam, by the pure devotees of the Lord. So Srimad Bhagavatam is establishing the highest principles of bhakti, and it behooves everybody to actually read. So we're going to read from 10th canto. So how many cantos in Bhagavatam? 12. And Bhagavatam leads one progressively from the lotus feet of Krishna all the way to his lotus face, which is the 10th canto. And so in the 10th canto we are reading about Lord Krishna, and 10th canto Srila Prabhupada translated as Krishna book. He was feeling the urgency that he will be leaving the planet and he may not complete Bhagavatam. So he said, let me condense it into Krishna book and give the highest knowledge about Krishna. Right? So he translated and compiled. So this is in Canto 10, Chapter 8, Text 45. And the chapter is titled, Lord Krishna Shows the Universal Form. In the verse goes, Traya Chopani Shabdischa Shankya Yogaischa Sattvatai Upagi Yamana Mahatmyam Harim Samanyatat Ma Atmajam. The translation of this verse. The glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are studied through the three Vedas, the Upanishads, the literature of Sankhya Yoga, and the other Vaishnava literatures. Yet Mother Yashoda considered the Supreme Person her ordinary child. So, I'll just repeat the translation. The glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are studied through the three Vedas, the Upanishads, the literature of Sankhya Yoga, and the other Vaishnava literature. Yet Mother Yashoda considered the Supreme Person her ordinary child. So, we read the purport. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 15:15, by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, the purpose of studying the Vedas is to understand Him, Krishna. Vedaischa sarvai aham eva vedyam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained to Sanatana Goswami that there are three purposes in the Vedas. One is to understand our relationship with Krishna, which is known as Sambandha. Another is to act according to that relationship, Abhidhaya. And the third is to reach the ultimate goal, Prayojana. So, the relationship with Krishna is Sambandha, acting in that process of devotional service is Abhidhaya, and the goal of Prema, love of Krishna, is Prayojana. The word Prayojana means necessities, and the ultimate necessity is explained by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prema Pumarto Mahan. The greatest necessity for a human being is the achievement of love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Here we see that Mother Yashoda is on the highest stage of necessity, for she is completely absorbed in love for Krishna. So the purport is fairly long, and we'll look at one or two of the paragraphs. When a human being enters into the study of the Vedas to obtain vidya, knowledge, he begins to take part in human civilization. When a human being enters into the study of the Vedas to obtain vidya, knowledge, he begins to take part in human civilization. Then he advances further to study the Upanishads and gain Brahma Gyan, impersonal realization of the Absolute Truth. And then he advances still further to Sankhya Yoga in order to understand the Supreme Controller, who is indicated in Bhagavad Gita, Param Brahma Param Dham Pavitram Param Bhavam Purusham Shashvatam. When one understands the Purush, the Supreme Controller, to be Paramatma, one is engaged in the method of yoga. But Mother Yashoda has surpassed all these stages. She has come to the platform of loving Krishna as her beloved child, and therefore she is accepted to be on the highest stage of spiritual realization. Therefore, there is no comparison to Mother Yashoda's good fortune as declared by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, there's some essential parts from the purport. Hopefully you'll be motivated to go and read it. Thank you for putting that up. As you can see, this is what's called initiative and being sharp. So, thank you. The speaker feels supported in that way. So this verse is known in the Bhagavatam, in the 10th canto, as the Paribhas Sutra. So we'll read it again so you just get an idea why we're calling it that. Mother Yashoda, by the grace of the Lord, could understand the real truth. Oh, sorry, I just went back too far. The glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are studied through the three Vedas, the Upanishads, the literature of Sankhya Yoga, and the other Vaishnava literature. Yet Mother Yashoda considered that the Supreme Person her ordinary child. So Paribhas Sutra is the key verse given in a scripture. And that key verse determines the conclusions of everything else that follows. So it sets the precedent. And everything else is a servant to that verse. So here we are seeing Mother Yashoda's position. And what is her position? That she surpasses all of the Vedas and simply considers Krishna her ordinary child. So, in all of the Vedas, Krishna says, I am to be known. So we have to understand Krishna's position. And the Paribhas Sutra of the entire Srimad Bhagavatam is given in Canto 1. Let me just check what the reference of that was. Canto 1, Chapter 3, text 28, if you want to remember it. And that verse, Ete chamsa kala pumsa Krishna astu bhagavan swayam indriyari vyakula lokam mridayin yanti yuge yuge. That these expansions, they are expansions of Krishna and portions of Krishna. And these are all Krishna's incarnations. And they incarnate on every different planets. Yuge yuge, mridayanti, whenever the need arises. But of all of them, Krishna astu bhagavan swayam. Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So we need to understand Krishna's position, and we have to accept that this is not the position of, this is not the Krishna of the Vaikuntha planets. This is not Narayan. This is not Vishnu. This is the Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan, the eternal 16-year-old youth with a peacock feather in his hair, with a long Vaijayanti mala which goes right down his garlands to his ankles, with his yellow dhuti, and Yamuna Tira Vanachari is wandering on the banks of the Jamuna river. That Krishna, the same Krishna that Lord Brahma describes, Chintamani prakara sadmashu kalpa vriksha lakshavriteshu surabhira vipadayantam Lakshmi Shahasra Sata Sambrama Sevyaman Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajam. That this Krishna, this Govinda, where does he reside? In abodes of wish-fulfilling gems, Chintamani Prakara Sadmashu Laksha Vriteshu Surabhirabi. And what is his nature? What is Krishna's constitutional position? He is Surabhi Rabipalayantam. Surabhi is the cows. He is the cowherd boy, the eternal cowherd boy. Lakshmi Shahasra Satasambra Vaseyam. So he is surrounded, Laksha Vriteshu, he is surrounded by thousands of wish-fulfilling trees. And Lakshmi Shahasra Sada, hundreds of Lakshmis or gopis are serving him. That is the Krishna. There's a mistaken understanding that Vishnu gives rise to Krishna. The Srimad Bhagavatam is established in the Paribhas Sutra, Ete Chamsakala Pumsa. Krishna Astu Bhagavan. That Krishna is that Supreme Lord. And he is the source of Vishnu. And there are thousands of Vishnus in every universe. So we're establishing Krishna's position, and we can understand that this Krishna is the Supreme Lord when, and it's very relevant I think now that everybody's got to the mode of Navaratri, when Nanda Maharaj, when Vasudeva exchanged the babies from the prison to Krishna across to the house of Nanda Maharaj, and then brought the baby from Nanda Maharaj that was lying next to Yashoda back, thinking it was a boy, when in fact it was a girl child, the 8th child. Kamsa in his fear after the dungeon's doors closed and the chains went back, and he heard the rattling and the baby crying and all of that. And guards woke up and rushed to Kamsa, and in his fear he came tumbling down the stairs, practically rushing into, grab the child. And Devaki pleaded, Bhai, my brother, do not kill. this child. It's not even a boy, as the prediction said. It's not a boy, it's a girl, so please. But as brutal and heartless as he was, fearing for his own life, he grabbed the child and flung her to the floor. And that child rose up into the air, hovering in the air with her 10 arms. Srimati Durga Devi. Kamsa, you fool! Don't think you can kill me. The child will be the source of your death has appeared elsewhere. And she disappeared to become the Durga who's known by so many other names in the cities. Mumbai, Kolkata, Kolkata. All these different names she came to be known by in different places after her appearance. But that Yoga Maya, that Mahamaya, Durga Devi, appeared from Mother Yashoda. And it is said that Mother Yashoda gave birth to twins, to a boy and a girl. Now how is that? Little complex here. The acharyas in our line are well versed and expert in understanding the scriptures. So, to give some reference for these discussions have been discussed by great acharyas like Sanatana Goswami. It appears in the discussions of Garga Muni in Garga Samhita. These discussions appear in Sanatana Goswami's Digdharshini Tika, Jiva Goswami's Sat Sandarbhas. Some of these different scriptures, Srimad Bhagavatam. So these are authorized scriptures that give these discussions. And the acharyas, they churn more of this because the acharyas can see by their spiritual vision what is happening in the spiritual world, even while they're on this planet. Just like you can see who played recently, New Zealand and South Africa. Who's playing rugby? I'm not in touch. But somebody, anyway, overseas, some big rugby matches going on. You sit here and you can see it all happening by the dint of some rudimentary technology. Yet the acharyas are able to see from their vision. Their meditation, they say, Krishna is doing this, doing that. And they write. So they're able to capture. Therefore, their books are also Shastra, their books are scripture. So they establish that when Krishna was born, he appeared in the dungeon. That Krishna is known as Vasudeva Krishna. It is not the Krishna with the peacock feather in the hair. It is the Krishna who went forward to speak Bhagavad Gita and fight and drive the chariot of Arjuna in battle of Mahabharata. That Krishna is regarded with awe and reverence. But the Krishna appears in Vrindavan is Yashoda Krishna, Nanda Krishna, Nanda Nandan. That Krishna, Braj Krishna, that is the Krishna who is the original Krishna. That is the Krishna whose original mother is Mother Yashoda. How do we know Mother Yashoda is the original mother of Krishna? Because the same Durga Devi who flew up in the air is referred to in Srimad Bhagavatam as Anuja Krishna. Anuja Krishna spoke. So Anuja Krishna, Anuj means small brother or small sister. So she's being regarded as the sister of Krishna, which says that Krishna, if she's the sister of Krishna, then she's had a brother. And if she's come from Nanda Maharaj's home, then the brother was there. So Krishna and Yoga Maya, the sister, were born. And also she declares that Krishna, who's going to be your death, has appeared elsewhere. So these little small technical things are revealed, and the depth of this is fascinating to see and understand. Of course we can't understand it all. It'll proportionate to our level of purity, we shall get some insight. And I have a long way to go for that. But we try to just learn a few things and share it. So we have established Krishna's position. So we know now. So when Krishna appears in this world, and he appears as the son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, then he performs his pastimes in different phases of his life. So the first phase of his life, up to about 3 years, is known as Kumar. And from 3 to about 5, 6 is known as Poganda. And then Krishna matures very quickly. Not like us, right? Taking on 21, 22, we're still staying at home. And all of that. So, but Krishna, by the time he's 8, 9, 10, is entering into his adolescence, which is known as the Kishore pastime. So in the beginning, in the Kumar, he's very much with Yashoda Mai, and he's with Nanda Maharaj and the cowherd boys, his friends same age, and the calves. And as they become Pogwanda, then he goes out with the uncles to start Gopastami, that he starts herding the cows. And still, he doesn't want Mother Yashoda to bathe him anymore, he's shy, no. And it says, he and the boys are engaged in whispers of gopis. Nothing to. And when he's in Kishore, then that is the relationship with Krishna and the gopis. So Mother Yashoda Mai's pastime, or the binding, which is the next chapter. This is actually, the Lord shows the universal form, and then the chapter 9, Mother Yashoda binds Lord Krishna. That is the chapter. It's also parallel with Krishna book. Chapter 9 in Krishna book is also Yashoda binds Lord Krishna. So this pastime, so Krishna then engages in these 3 phases, but he also engages in 5 different types of relationships. Rasas. Krishna is the Rasaraj, the king of rasas. So, you will remember them, I know. First one, which is the neutrality. Shantaras. Servitude. Dasya, servant. Then friendship, which is Sakhya. Then parental, Vatsalya. Then conjugal, Madhurya, Rasa. So this period of Kartik is actually already astrologically an auspicious time, according to the constellations and the stellar arrangement. And Krishna loves this, is the favorite time of his. So he performs all his pastimes in all the different rasas, in all the different phases, and they overlap in this period. Therefore you'll hear about Mother Yashoda, and at the same time you'll hear about Krishna killing Bakasur and Radhastami and Krishna's Gopas. At different stages of his life, he performed so many pastimes, but within this period. So we celebrate all of those during this period. It's a nectarian point, a nectarian phase in which to celebrate Krishna's pastime. So the Yashoda binding Krishna is the epitome of the Vatsalya ras, the parental ras. And most of you know the story, and we won't get into the story so much because you'll start discussing it more when you come to the actual period of Kartik. But it's also interesting to know that this Kartik, the word comes from Kirtikya, which is actually Kirtida, the mother of Srimati Radharani. So the whole period is imbued with the mercy of all of these great devotees of the Lord, eternal associates of Krishna. So we do know that we can look at the verse quickly. I don't know how we're doing for time. We got about 12 minutes or so till past, right? Yeah, so let's see what we can discuss. Some points in there. Look at your copy, and the first verse, Namam Ishwaram Sachidananda Rupam. So we won't look at all of them, we'll just one or two to make the point. You know how it goes, right? Namam Ishwaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Rajamanam Yashoda Bhiyo Radharamanam Param Visamadyantato Drutagoya. So in the translation of that verse, or in the Sanskrit itself, you'll see Yashoda Bhiyo Lokala Dhavama. And the last word ends with Gopya. So just remember that. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who's beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokul, who due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning to butter, and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but was being caught from behind by her, who ran after him with greatest speed. To that Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances. So there's a summary of the pastime given by a great sage known as Satyavrata Muni. And he describes this, which is actually then compiled by Sri Vyasadeva in Padma Purana. The section is known as Kartik Mahatmya, the glories of Kartik. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed the 6 Goswamis, well, after Krishna left the planet, and 500 years passed, the teachings of Krishna had fallen into oblivion. Only a few sages here and there who kept the tradition knew, but the general masses did not know. And Krishna considered, I come and have given all my pastimes and knowledge, how will people remember? Yatishta Bihari Krishna Kori Antardhan Kori Mani Kori Anuman. Krishna is thinking, pondering, I've given them all of this, how will they know? Chirkal Karanuhi Prema Bhakti Dhan Bhakti Vina Jagat Nahi Avashtam that if I do not give them this knowledge of my own prema bhakti, then the whole world will be lost. So I shall come as Chaitanya. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in the guise of a devotee to give prema bhakti by his example and teach. And the 6 Goswamis, they were the great devotees who assisted the disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They assisted him. And what did he instruct them? That you go to Vrindavan. The pastime places had been lost. So go and excavate the pastime places of Krishna. Re-establish, summarize the essence of all the bhakti literatures. Give persons the highest knowledge. And live and preach. These are the instructions. Nana Shastra Vicharanaiko Nipuna. So, Shri Sad Goswami Astaka, that song describes how the Goswamis did this. They excavated the pastime places, they summarized the greatest literature. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then instructed Sanatana Goswami that you should also summarize all the instructions for devotees. The rules and regulations also. And he, Sanatana Goswami, together with Gopal Bhatta Goswami, then compiled a book called Hari Bhakti Vilas. And in Hari Bhakti Vilas, there's one chapter dedicated to the month of Kartik. And that, the glories of Kartik is described in there, and how we should actually worship during this period and the benefits of this. So one's devotional service during this period, one attempt is multiplied 1,000 times. So don't just chant one round and say it's done 1,000 times. No. Rather do 16,000 by chanting 16 rounds. And the negative side is also there. That by committing sinful activities during their life, then it's also multiplied 1,000 times. So during this period of Kartik, we should prepare to enter it with the right mood, knowing that Krishna is giving us an opportunity to actually purify ourselves and rid ourselves of sinful activities so we can come closer to Him. That is why this period is very madhurya, it's very sweet. It's a sweet period, and you feel, if you participate properly, you actually feel the sweetness of this period. And when it's over, then you say, I want it back. So, the festivals, Madhava Titi Bhakta Janini, that festivals are the mothers of devotion. They take you out of the rope of material sense enjoyment that binds us in this world and allows us to bind ourselves to Krishna with a rope of love. As the topic said, the rope of love. It is only by pure devotional service that we can catch Krishna. And Mother Yashoda demonstrates the epitome of that love by binding Krishna, who is not normally allows himself or is not, how we say, able to be captured by anybody. So those who study the three Vedas, the Upanishads, the literature of Sankhya Yoga and other Vaishnava literatures, if they do not understand the position of Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, nor do they try to achieve Krishna in the highest loving relationship of Braja Bhakti, of Vrindavan, they will not be able to bind Krishna at all. So in this verse itself, so we can just kind of scroll down since we're used to those words these days. In verse 3. by childhood pastimes as he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokul in pools of ecstasy, and is revealing to those devotees absorbed of knowledge, in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence, that is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. So for those who are engaged in the normal, what we call the process of sadhana bhakti, we are engaged in that. And if we do not continue to develop our Krishna consciousness and just enact that in a ritualistic way, then we will not develop this our love will not be imbued with pure love and intimacy. It will just simply remain ritualistic, and the furthest we will achieve, perhaps, if we perfect ourselves, is Vaikuntha, not Brajabhag, not Vrindavan. So we have to understand that this period allows us to enter into the highest platform of Krishna consciousness. And let's look at 4 and then we'll conclude the class. The translation: O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. So, in one scripture called Nectar of Devotion, Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, Sri Rupa Goswami is defining what is pure love. Anya bhilasita sunyam jnana karmadi anavritam anukulyena Krishna anushilanam bhaktir uttama. Anya bhilasita sunyam. Abhilas. Mora ek abhilas. I have one desire. Abhilas, desire. So anya bhilasita sunyam. Sunyam means to be void of. So we have to be void of all material desires. Anya bhilasita sunyam. And what are they? Jnana, mental speculation. Trying to understand Krishna by your own intellectual endeavor. This is mental speculation. Jnana karmadi anavritam. All of the karma kanda, ritualistic activities that we try to worship God, to obtain all our materialistic, fulfill our material desires. That's karma, that is karma kanda in the Vedas. A period now very, very imbued with karma kanda rather than love it. Right? People are involved now, worshipping the expansion of Yoga Maya, Durga Maya, material energy, for the sake of obtaining boons in this world, to live comfortably in this world, all of which are temporary. And even if you get that fulfilled, you will not get love of Krishna. Krishna does not give love of himself easily. Why? Because then he becomes bound with the ropes of love, and he has to then do what the devotees ask him to do, because that's his exchange. So he doesn't give easily. So it seems like a very, very high task to achieve this Krishna consciousness, but yet it is not. It is so simple, because Srila Prabhupada said, chant 16 rounds, follow the 4 regulated principles, and I guarantee you, at the end of this life, we shall go back to Krishna. We're trying for that, right? So, how difficult, in one sense, okay, it's difficult to chant 16 rounds, but you get there. And then when you don't chant your rounds for the day, then you're miserable and you miss something. There's a big void in your life. You feel it Krishna is not present. Right? All the miseries of the world become manifest in your life. The boss screamed at you, something happened, something here and there, just it's topsy-turvy. Chant your Lord, peaceful, etc. And even if you have difficulties, devotees are not free from the challenges of this world. You will experience it. From all the kleshas in this world, Adi-atmik, Adi-bhautik, Adi-devi, all you'll get. We're driving past now, showing Jimmy, and then the tornado struck areas. Somehow my GPS brought me all the way to Watsonia, I came that way. So then we had a tour. So it's there, right? Devotees lost property and everything in this Adi Devika. So we'll have the challenges in the world, but the devotees develop the resilience. Why? Avishya Rakshibe Krishna. Krishna is my protector, no matter what. Even if I leave this body, somebody says, oh, you're such a great devotee, you didn't protect your body. Yeah, because I'm not my body. I'm the spirit soul. And Krishna will protect me on the spiritual platform. He shall carry me aloft in his protective embrace in my spiritual form as a jiva and help me. So this binding of Krishna is done by our pure intent or pure desire to serve Krishna. And that purity attracts Krishna. And Mother Yashoda is the epitome of this love for Krishna in the Vatsalya Ras. After Krishna was tied to the mortar and he crawled out in the yard, then he felled the twin Arjuna trees, out of which came Nala Kuvara and Manigriv, who by the curse of Narad Muni were imprisoned there for 10,000 years. And they then came out. So, Narad Muni cursed them because they were being frivolous and they were scantily clad, they were intoxicated, and there's been sons of Kuvera, this was absolutely degraded. So he said, you're so degraded, then become trees. Stand naked. So that's, please forgive us. It's okay, I've pronounced the curse, I can't take it back, but I can modify it. You'll take birth in the yard of Nanda Maharaj and Krishna will then free you. You're going to see Krishna. 10,000 years is nothing. We'll wait. Right? So they saw Krishna. But Krishna only fulfilled Narad Muni's words, because Narad Muni was a pure devotee. And by Narad Muni's words, he bound Krishna with the rope of his love so that he had to fell the two trees to then free Nalakula and Mani. So I'm relating to the topic, the refrain of it. Okay? So we can do that. So we'll stop there. I mean, this Vatsalya Ras, Mother Yashoda binding Krishna, is one of the very, very sweet pastimes of Krishna. And we should enter into this period with great delight. A period of lamps and light. We shall enter with great delight. So let us do that and take advantage of this period that's coming up. Prepare yourselves. There's lots of festivals coming up to that. I could have spoken a little bit more about the parallel in Madhurya Ras and how Radharani also expresses her hope of love, but maybe at some other time, and I'll probably do a class during Kartik online if you have time. But we don't have the time now. So please keep the sound copy and you'll use it when it comes to the Namahata. Yeah? But there's some questions. Do we have a lot of time? 3 minutes. Oh, Krishna. Alright, we'll pick a few. Does someone to ask me some questions? Okay. Who else asked me? Keegan. So we'll take one from here and we'll listen to your question. First question is, why don't the Hare Krishna devotees observe Navaratri? Ain't it offensive? No, it ain't. Because we understand perfectly where the demigods fit in. This Yoga Maya of Krishna's, which facilitates Krishna's pastimes in the spiritual world, becomes Mahamaya, Durga Devi in this world. And that Durga with a long A, stroke over the A, is also known as Durga with a short A, which means prison. And therefore Durga is the prison warder of Durga with a Trishul. The three modes of material nature, the three kleshas, which we spoke about, she uses it to prod the living entities. And why do you get these pokes in the material nature? To wake you up. You're being complacent. Sleeping in the lap of the witch known as Maya. So she gives us a wake-up call. And people then who are subject to all of these challenges in their life, they will say, why am I suffering? So many things I did. I achieved everything. I had so much of this. I did that. But I'm suffering. And if I'm not suffering, the people I love, they are suffering. They're dying one after the other. Why? So when you start a question like this, there's two parts. You can either go the atheistic way and declare that I'm thoroughly disappointed with everything, or you can rise to the platform of Atato Brahma Jignasa, spiritual inquiry. Why am I suffering? Who am I? What is my role? What is my purpose? Etc. So, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that one has to understand the position of Durga Devi as the warder of this prison house. And he uses the word propitiate, please her, implore her, by the service to her boss, Krishna. And when you do that, then she'll become that prison warder who will do the prisoner a favor and give you some privileges so that you can make advancement in this life. So it ain't offensive. It's actually very pleasing to Srimati Durga Devi to see the living entity who has been entrapped in this world is now asking, serving Krishna and making her pleased. So if you go before Srimati Durga Devi anywhere, any temple, you offer your respects. You can ask her, please allow me to escape from this material nature. Please allow me to serve the Supreme Lord that you do. So she takes different forms to serve the purposes that Krishna wants. The same Durga Devi, she's actually the chit potency of the Supreme Lord. Krishna expands himself. His pleasure potency is Radharani, Ladhini. The Chit potency is the existence potency, manifest through Balaram. And the Samvit potency is the knowledge of both spiritual and material. So the Chit potency, Balaram expands himself as Vasudev, Shankarshan, Anirudh and Pradyumna. And from that Shankarshan comes a second set of the same. And from that second Shankarshan comes Mahavishnu, who's lying in the Viraja, the causal ocean. And that Karana Dakshaya Vishnu, in the ocean of cause, at his lotus feet is his consort, known as Rama Devi. And Rama Devi is busy massaging the Lord's feet, just as Lakshmi. She's a form of Lakshmi. And the Lord is in Nidra. He's in sleep. But the living entities from the spiritual world who are agitating to leave there by their choice, they agitate the body of Karana Dakshaya Vishnu. So then he awakes and he glances to Rama Devi. That glance becomes Shambhu Sadashiv. And the shadow of Rama Devi becomes Durga. And Shambhu and Durga, they unite. It's the first progeniting act in the universe, through which the spirit souls are injected into the material universe. Therefore you see the Shiva Ling, that is the chamber of the material universe, and the Yoni of Lord Shiva, representing that first union through which they enter. So by worshipping Lord Krishna with this understanding, then it's not offensive at all. We understand the position of Srimati Durga Devi and worship her properly. You can read Brahma Samhita, I can't remember, 544 I think it might be. Shrishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Eva Chayeva. Let's see if I can remember. Ichana Rupam. Yeah, Ichana Rupam Api Chacheste Tate Tasha Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Bhajami. That I worship this Durga, I worship Govinda, by whose power, energy, Durga Devi obtains her ability to execute the function according to Krishna's desire. So, Navaratri, anyway, it has declined into a party where young boys and girls mix in dance, in a sense gratificatory way. You tell me, is that worship or is that just a party? Right? So you have to see that. So you can understand it. Okay, so we had a few questions about Kigan. We'll take it.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you for such an amazing talk in class. It's always great to listen to you.
Thank you.
My question, please forgive me in advance, is not actually related to Kartik or tonight's topic or class itself. But since you're such an expert in scripture, I'm hoping you can help. Prabhu, I would like some understanding, if you could, with regards to, firstly, the death process fascinates me. I'll just get that out there. So, when we die, from what I understand, and I was reading in the Srimad Bhagavatam on the chapter on the hellish planets, where Lord Yamaraj says that the Yamadutas will come at the moment of death. So it's like an instant. Is it an instant thing where they will come for us, or the Vishnu Dutas instantly come for us? And why I ask that is, it comes back to something that's been troubling me for quite a while is, like, you know, the funeral ceremonies that's performed either North Indian, South Indian, or even like in an ISKCON type of thing. I heard recently or a few months ago that devotees will do a third day ceremony and nothing after that. But like, let's say from a Tamil perspective, it's like a 13 or 16 or 30 days and 6 months and 1 year. So if you could probably maybe explain the significance of the funeral ceremonies, and then in that, if our soul is moving during those periods, I read just a little bit of a couple texts on the Garuda Purana where it says like each day, the purpose of doing the ceremony and feeding the pindas in the water.
So there's a few questions in there. So
Yeah,
can you
sorry.
focus on one? Let's answer one.
So,
You want to know
Do
about the
they-
first one was about Vishnu Dutas,
or Yamadutas.
and
do
second one was about the different processes according to the different cultural
Yes, because
practices. And the third one is about the journey of the soul and how it's
yeah, it's a
moving.
it's a triple take question.
Okay. All right. So
Forgive me.
no, I just want to focus on it so I don't lose train of thought. I mean, yeah. So depending on the purity of the practitioner in spiritual life and Krishna consciousness, proportionate to that, the time will be less or more purification period. So if one is very involved in karma kanda fruitive activities, then therefore these activities of prayaschita, purification, or karma kanda rituals, etc., are done. Pinda, all of these things are done on behalf of the spirit soul to assist them unblock particular obstacles that may hold them back. And it will require a priest of some pedigree to be able to do that. And in this age, it's very difficult to have such priests, but they do that. And there are sincere priests out there who do that. And in that way, they will help the spirit soul. And therefore, they do it at so many days and so many days because they expect that the trajectory of the soul's journey is at a particular point. So they help them release that and move on to the next and the next and the next. But given that they may be pious people, then they may end up in Pithalok or heavenly planets, and they may remain there for a long, long time. So Pithalok is not a planet of punishment, but it's a place where spirit souls are in limbo, waiting for the next body and next context, circumstance. So then, by doing all of these pujas, we help to release them. But in Krishna consciousness, where that is like the stairs, Krishna consciousness is the elevator, is the lift. So very quickly the spirit soul makes progress. Even one who has been in karma kanda, if you then dedicate his life or his death to some, let's say you say, okay, in the name of the deceased, I will give, I'll distribute 2,000 plates of Mahaprasad or Prasadam in food for life. Because it's offered to Krishna, etc., that spirit soul gets the benefit and becomes released from the effects of all kinds of sin. It moves up very quickly. So that can happen there. And for the Yamadutas and the Vishnudutas, those who are being grossly sinful, they will be visited by Yamadutas. And it's not only at the time of when you leave your body, it may be even while you are starting to die. Because we have seen in our experience, we go to hospitals, family members call us, and we go and we see people in this hallucination condition, and they will say, they're coming for us, they're coming for us. They are seen, Yamadutas. So what do? We chant immediately, Hare Krishna, bring the Mahagal and Maha water, etc., etc. Then you see that the person becomes peaceful because those Yamadutas, they go away. They don't stay there. So the Vishnudutas will come, you're chanting, you're around, you're practicing Krishna consciousness, you're not breaking the regular principles, your life is becoming pure, you're not sinful, you're wearing Tulsi Mala. Right? So Yamaraj gave instruction to Yamadutas. Those with the tilak, and chanting, then we leave them alone. So you're safe. All right. Yeah, we put faith in that. So it's not there. I know it's getting late or something. Yeah. It's 5:10 to 9. Hare Krishna. All right. So if anybody has any further questions, then when we're taking prasada, we can talk about it. Yeah? Youngsters, you didn't have any questions? Afterwards, later. Okay. All right. So thanks. I'll keep these questions with me, and then we can look at it. Kindly assist, can Nishika Havan be performed on Ekadasi? Yes, Ekadasi is auspicious, you can perform it, but you don't eat grain. Krishna can eat the grain. Right? You eat the fruit. Okay. That's all. Please explain as to why Hare Krishna devotees do not attend other prayers, for example, Janda prayers or Janda. I explained that in relation to the first one on Navaratri, is that the devotees have dedicated themselves to the service of the Supreme Lord, and when you water the root of a tree, all the leaves are nourished. So, by taking practice of Krishna consciousness, which is the root and the root of creation, as soon as you engage yourself, and there's no obligation. Devarishi bhutapta ninnam pitrinam na kinkaro nayam chrini charajan sarvatmana sharanam sharanyam Gato Mukundam Parihitya Kartam. One who's engaged in the service of Mukundam, whose goal, Gato Mukundam, who's Mukunda, Krishna, he's got no obligation to the demigods, the ancestors, even relatives, it says. No, because you are worshipping Krishna. And by worshipping Krishna, everybody is fulfilled. Everybody. There are many evidences for that. Jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Another huge round of applause for His Grace Krishna Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for such an informative class. And I'm sure for those of us that had questions, Prabhu answered them even while his class was on, and it given us a lot of clarity. So thank you once again, Prabhu, for coming. And if you do have questions that unfortunately Prabhu couldn't answer due to time, he will assist you all maybe after the program, or you can exchange numbers and Prabhu will help you all.
Are they all in the WhatsApp group? Most?
Yes, I'm sure everyone here is on our Mercy WhatsApp group. Anybody that's not?
I'll type the question and answer. I'll send it to, and you can post.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Thank you so much for taking that step and that initiative in helping. Thank you so much. So I just have a few announcements. Please bear with me. Tomorrow is a very auspicious day. It is the appearance day of His Holiness Parthasarati Das Goswami Maharaj. So there is a big program for Maharaj Vyasa Puja tomorrow at the Sri Sri Radha Radhanath Temple, starting at 5:30. So if you all can make it to the temple, please do come. There's a very nice program that's been planned for Maharaj's appearance day. Also, His Holiness J. Advaita Swami is here in Durban, and Maharaj is having a Kirtan seminar on Sunday at the Sri Sri Radha Radhanath Temple. This will be after the Sunday Love Feast program from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. It is completely free. There is no fee for this seminar, but you will need to register. That is compulsory. It is a very, very nice seminar. It's a Kirtan seminar for Kirtaniyas, for Namahasha leaders, and just for the congregation in general. I mean, all of us love Kirtan, so it will be very, very educational, very inspiring for us to attend the seminar. I will also post that on the Lamazin Namahasha group so that you all can go onto the link and register. Our next Namahasha is going to be on the 18th of October. As Prabhu mentioned, Kartik starts on the 17th of October. So our next Namahasha falls into Kartik. It is our first Namahasha over the Kartik month. And we have His Grace Jagannatha Pandit Prabhu that will be coming. Hari Bol!
Hari Bol!
Like Smita Krishna Prabhu, Jagannatha Pandit Prabhu is a very, very excellent preacher. He gives lovely classes. So please do come through in this auspicious month of Kartik and attend Namahata and come, and we have congregational singing, we have kirtan, we have delicious prasad. So please do attend our next Namahata on the 18th of October. And we have that time of our Namahata program where we have a birthday that we're celebrating. So if is the cake ready to go? Mahaprasad Prabhu is bringing the cake through, and I'd like to call Divesh Prabhu up to the front. Haribo! We all know Divesh Prabhu. Divesh Prabhu is Soni Prabhu and Kuki Mataji's son. He's always here with us at Namahata. He's always giving us his love and support. You all will see him at all the Food for Life pitches. He's there every weekend assisting with Food for Life. He's here at Namahata all the time helping, especially when it comes to the technical aspects of Namahata. And the other very, very loving gesture that Divesh is always offering, and that is whenever we have programs, Divesh is always taking part for the plays. Am I right, Divesh? There hasn't been a play yet that Divesh did not take part for. And he's always been so kind that no matter what the role it is, whether it's Divesh playing a villain, or Divesh playing one of the Devtas, or whichever it is, he's happily and always ready to serve Lord Krishna. So Divesh's birthday was on Wednesday. A very happy birthday, Divesh, from all of us. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for all the love and support, Namahata, and a very happy birthday. Let's give him a round of applause.
Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to Krishna. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Rama to you. Hare Rama to you.
Take out your picture and feed it. I have this request from his mom and his dad and his brother, who's such a loving second mom to him. It's also Radhanath's birthday that we're celebrating. Radhanath's birthday was the 21st. Happy birthday, Radhanath! Radhanath is part of our Namaste Namahasha youth, and he is as well always so enthusiastic and eager to serve Lord Krishna and to serve the Namahasha. Thank you, Radhanath, for everything that you do for our Namahasha.
After the gift speech. You gotta get best of gift speech.
Oh, both.
Haribo.
You gave him the message. Father.
Haribo.
Hare Krishna.
Speed.
Raghav wants to say something.
Both of them want to say something.
Haribo.
So cute.
That's a lot of sugar. Thank you for whoever made the cake. It was delicious.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhu.
And a very happy birthday to you all once again. May you all have a very blessed year. My final announcement, we have Kartik packs at the altar. And in this Kartik pack is a CD, there's a lamp, and there's also lovely pictures that you could put at your altar. So if you do not have a Kartik pack, please feel free to come through and take a Kartik pack at the end of the program. And for our newcomers especially that are here for the first time, this is a very, it's a starter pack for your Kartik month. Hi, Paul, you would like? Sure, you come and give it to them. Are you going baby? Must just take a picture of that, okay? Ricky Prabhu. A request for Ricky Prabhu to please come forward for a Kartik pack. Mataji, you can come here. A round of applause for Ricky Prabhu. So thank you once again to everyone for attending this evening's Namaharsha program. We've reached the end of our program where we will now have Kirtan and Aarti. So may I request for everyone to please stand. Rabindra Swarup Prabhu and Chancel Prabhu will lead us into Kirtan. Smita Krishna Prabhu, will you perform Aarti? Thank you once again. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
First of all, I would like to thank Chancel Prabhu for making his way here and helping with the kirtan. Thank you so much.
Jai, Chancel Prabhu ki jai.
Let's give Chancel Prabhu a round of applause. He's made a special privilege to be here with us.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare everybody now. Hare Krishna,
Everybody put your hands up in the air now.
Hare Krishna.
And repeat after me. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hariom Sakita Yagaki Anantoti Vaishnavaki Long and see Namahata Ki Prabhupada Ki